Tactical shooters are a subgenre all to themselves, asking players to approach the game patiently with the expectation of realistic mechanics and a quick death if shot. And today on Game Rant, we'll be going over a few of our favorite single-player tactical shooters. First, we've gotta go with Ghost Recon Wildlands, which takes the tactical shooter series into the open world, a move that's not always beneficial to pacing, but it certainly gives players a large playground in which to carry out tactical missions. It's not the most realistic feeling of the tactical shooters here, opting for smooth-flowing shooting action that benefits from tactical planning, but there's a lot of offline content for players to get through, including co-op, since players can play with AI teammates. Released back in 2003, Hidden and Dangerous 2 was a tactical shooter ahead of its time. The game focuses on the behind enemy lines operations of the British SAS during World War II, and as such makes use of stealth and infiltration systems in its first and third-person gameplay. The Arma series is what many gamers think of when they hear the term tactical shooter, and Arma 3, the most recent mainline release in the series, has an impressive single-player campaign with the option for co-op that comprises multiple mini-campaigns and missions. Next, when it comes to tactical shooters, SWAT 4 is a classic. The squad-based tactical command, mission planning, and police protocol adherence set many of the standards that developers use as a touchstone for what a police simulation tactical shooter game should feel like. The Sniper Elite series takes a different approach to most tactical and simulation shooters, focusing on a story-driven campaign and a lone protagonist often facing overwhelming odds. And the fifth mainline entry lets players dial up or down the simulation and realism aspects to achieve their desired balance, featuring a mix of stealth and open combat, letting players approach objectives in a free-form way within sandbox levels. Despite an extremely troubled development cycle, the 2023 release of 6 Days in Fallujah has been well received by fans of MilSim tactical shooters. The game features tactical squad command in real-life inspired situations, taking from the accounts of soldiers and civilians who were directly involved in the Iraq War. Ready or Not by developer Void Interactive is seen by many as the spiritual successor to the SWAT series, as it also tasks players with taking charge of a SWAT team, focused on non-lethal takedowns and arrests. This game, however, takes that idea one step further, by having players manage a SWAT unit, with each NPC having psychological states to be maintained, and they can even die in the field. And lastly, Brothers in Arms Road to Hill 30 stands out in many players' memories for taking a different approach to World War II shooters, with the developers even quoted at the time as wanting to create a more mature and less theatrical take on World War II storytelling. The game makes sure to reinforce the idea of pinning and flanking enemies to the player, creating tactical opportunities to do so and discouraging the player from lone wolfing by giving them unreliable, semi-realistic aim. And that'll about do it for our list. Thank you so much for watching, and go to GameRant.com for more like this.